Shalom, everyone. This is Khazar Aliyahu, and welcome once again to one of our videos. And this video is a video with a difference, as you can see behind track and field behind you. And I want you to watch just the last part, a few seconds of this race, because this presentation is based on that race. So let's go. And I'll vanish for just a little. Let me get out of here for a little.
Hudson Smith bidding to become the first British
so this race
man to win a
involves
global
Jamaica's
400
Antonio
title
Watson,
for
third from
99
left
years.
here, coming
But
from
look at
behind to win the 400
Hudson
meter
Smith is
world
tying up. Can he hang
championship.
on?
We're going to show
The
you
Jamaican's coming. He's
exactly
closing.
what it means
What a
after this.
But crashing to the
All
track.
right, so there he is,
Antonio
winning the world
Watson.
championship. All right, so this is based on that race. It might seem so insignificant, but every now and again, the Most High gives a message through numbers, names, colors, everything. When he has a message, sometimes. Last time I did a video like this was probably about a year or so ago. So please note that I don't go chasing after numbers. The numbers will just hit me, and matching up the biblical meaning of the names actually gives us a prophetic story. So that is where we're at today. So I was actually on Facebook, and I saw someone make a post, and I should have placed the post here. I saw someone make a post, and I found the post very, very interesting. So this was a post that I saw on Facebook. This was the caption that I saw. Jamaican athlete Antonio Watson is the world 400 meters champion. Brett Cameron was Jamaica's last world champion in the men's 400 meters. Cameron won the title in 1983. Antonio Watson, 44.22, Matthew Hudson Smith, 44.31, Quincy Hall, 44.37. Now, before I go any further, let me just say, let me just give you a foundation, because some people might not understand what is happening. In Daniel 4:17, the Most High said, "This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the set-apart ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men." So what we must understand, that the Most High is not distant from us. He rules in the kingdom of men. He interacts and he intervenes, and he shows signs among those whom he chooses. And he usually chooses the basest of men. This man, no one knows this man. Basest of men came from out of nowhere to win 400 championship. And we're going to see the message that the Most High is giving the world through this base man. In 1 Corinthians 1:25-27, the Most High again tells you how he uses the insignificant. 1 Corinthians 1:25-27. Because the foolishness of the Most High is wiser than men, and the weakness of the Most High is stronger than men. For you see your calling, brethren, how that not many wise men after the flesh, not many mighty, not many noble are called. But the Most High hath chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the mighty, and the wise of this world, those who are brilliant, educated, who think they are wise in this world, will think this that is coming is foolish. But it says the Most High has chosen the foolish things of the world to confound the wise, and the Most High hath chosen the weak things of the world to confound the things which are mighty. All right, so he uses insignificant things, insignificant people to show forth the words that he has for the world. All right, so as I said, I saw this thing, and the numbers actually hit me. So it started with the 400 champion, Bert Cameron. Won the title in 1983, numbers and names as well we're going to look into. colors probably we're going to look into as well, if I remember. 44:22, 44:31, 44:37. Let's go. So I started by looking back in the past. Bert Cameron was the first one. So he was the men's 400 meters champion. So I looked at the meaning of Cameron. And the meaning of Cameron, let me see if I can get this up. All right. So the meaning of Bert is bright or nobility. Bright or nobility. The meaning of Cameron is crooked nose. It is a Highlands clan name derived from the facial feature. Also possibly means crooked stream or crooked hill. Now, when I saw this now, it really hit a note with me. Crooked stream or crooked hill. Nickname of an especially valorous ancestor that became the surname of one of the oldest clans in Scotland. Now, this is what's interesting to me. Associated with the Scottish Gaelic stream, river, hill, mountain. Anyone who is familiar with the prophecies of the Most High knows how much he uses the words stream, hill, river, mountain. Okay? And he also used crooked. We're going to see what that has to do with prophecy. All right? So crooked stream and crooked hill actually hit a thing with me. If you watched one of our prophetic videos about the true location of Jerusalem, when we showed where Jerusalem is, there were two names that were there, and those two names actually matched up with the names of two surnames, two not so common surnames of persons who were among us. One of them was Nisbet, one of them was Elliot. Now, Nisbet meant a crooked bend in a river. When I saw this, I said, bam, correlation. And the name of the place that Elliot was attached to was Elliot Hill. Now we see crooked stream, crooked hill, mountain. That is no doubt the Most High matching up and confirming what he had previously showed. And let us look in prophecy and see what the Most High is saying about this crooked hill, crooked mountain, stream. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 42. Isaiah, chapter 42, and let's begin at verse 10. Isaiah 42, verse 10. Let's see what he says about the mountains and the crooked and everything. Let's go. Isaiah 42, verse 10. Sing unto Yahuwah a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. And of course, Antonio Watson, Bert Cameron, both from the Isles. Yes. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice, the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Let the inhabitants of the rock sing, let them shout from the top of the mountains. Let them give splendor unto Yahuwah and declare his praise in the islands. Cameron and Watson from the islands, of course. Yahuwah shall go forth as a mighty man. He shall stir up jealousy like a man of war. Later on, we're going to see this man of war again that has come up in the in what was revealed to us at the World Championship. He shall cry, yea, roar. He shall prevail against his enemies. What the Most High is telling us, let me just give you a summary. What he's telling us the 400-year captivity of his people is up, and he is going to now launch out against his enemies. The world will not be nice very soon. Verse 14, I have long time holden my peace. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman. I will destroy and devour at once. I will make waste mountains and hills, and dry up all their herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and I will dry up the pools. This is what he's going to do to the world. He's going to bring his wrath upon the world. And the next verse tells you, but his people, his set apart people, here's what he's going to do to them. Verse 16, and I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not. These are his people, the blind. Blind in Babylon, caught up in the drunkenness of Babylon, caught up in the captivity of the wicked of Edom, blinded by their religion, blinded by their ways of life. He says he will bring them by the way that they knew not. And I will lead them in paths that they have not known. I will make darkness light before them and crooked things straight. Remember, in Cameron, we have crooked rivers, crooked stream. He will make the crooked things straight. People, I want you to listen to this. Don't think it is foolishness. Watch with us to the end and see. You're going to see so many manifestations in this victory, in these numbers, in whatever. Let us just stay with us. These things will I do unto them and not forsake them. People, we have been telling you for the past couple of years about the deliverance of his people, that the time has come, our 400-year captivity, since they had us in slavery, the house of Judah in slavery in the New World, like us, those of us over in the island of Jamaica. And let me continue. Let's go some more now, and let's go into the meaning of the name Antonio. That's going to bring out, and by the way, let me not even go into the meaning of
Smith,
the name
bidding to become
Antonio.
The first British man to win a Global 400 title for 99 years.
The date of
But
birth
look at what
of this young man. The date of birth. And by the way, it's no coincidence that I am from Trelawney Parish in Jamaica. This young man is also from Trelawney Parish, and he grew up about, in refuges about 8 miles or so away from where I grew up. All right? So it's no coincidence here. I don't know why the Most High is doing this, but I don't know. Anyway, if you look at the date of birth of this young man, and you would not believe it, I'm telling you, you gotta stay for this one. This one. This young man was born on the 11th of September 2001. The 11th of September 2001. Now, what happened? What occurred on September 11th, 2001? And if you just go to Bing, you see September 11 attacks. What happened on 9/11? September 11 attacks, history, summary, location. What happened on September 11th, 2001, when commercial airliners crashed into the New York Trade Center Twin Towers? Wow, what a coincidence. You're going to see so many coincidences. They're not coincidences, of course. It's the work of the Most High speaking to the world, speaking to his people, who is going to deliver, and warning the world who he is going to devour. All right? So let's continue. 2011, 9/11. And by the way, these people, they set dates. They take the things of the Most High and turn it for themselves. For example, if you see them using the rainbow flag for their, their pride, homosexuality, what they did, they took out one color. 7 colors in the rainbow, they took out one color, which is indigo, and they used 6 colors, 6 is their number, and paraded it as their color. That's what they do. They take the things of the Most High. They know biblical numerology, and so they execute their foolishness on that day. But the Most High, when they executed their judgment on that day, the Most High birthed a young man on that day to show forth his intent on this world. All right, so the meaning of the name Antonio, we're going to see the Most High is using this young man to represent him. And this is nothing strange, because the Most High let me go to the book of Hosea. So, because every step along the way, there are people who do not understand the depths of spiritual things. So when they see or hear certain things, they might not understand. And I might say, what they doing is foolishness. This young man representing the Most High. Let's go to the book of Hosea, chapter 1, verse 1. The beginning of the word of Yahuwah by Hosea. And Yahuwah said to Hosea, Go, take unto thee a wife of whoredoms and children of whoredoms, for the land hath committed great whoredom, departing from Yahuwah. So Yahuwah uses different people to illustrate different points that he wants the world to see. This, in the case of Hosea, what he wanted Israel to see. So he went and took Gomer, the daughter of Diblaim, which conceived and bare him a son. And Yahuwah said unto him, Call his name Jezreel, for yet a little while, and I will avenge the blood of Jezreel upon the house of Yahu, and I will cause to seize the kingdom of the house of Israel. And it shall come to pass at that day that I will break the bow of Yasharal in the valley of Jezreel. So this is what we are telling you about. The Most High uses people. He raises up people to make a point. Verse 6, and she conceived again and bare a daughter. And the Lord said unto him, Call her name Laruhamah, for I will no more have mercy upon the house of Yasharal, but I will utterly take them away. Just as how he is using these people here in the book of Hosea to show his destruction, he is using Antonio
Hudson Smith, bidding to become the first British man to win a global 400
to show
title for
his redemption. So let's go. We'll just have to do that to let you see that those who don't understand biblical things to get the understanding of what we are doing here. All right, so the meaning of Watson. So Antonio means worthy of praise. Worthy of praise. And it also means priceless. So who is worthy of praise? The Most High. Now the meaning of Watson. Watson is a patronymic surname meaning son of what? The popular Middle English given names Wat and Wat, there's W-A-T and W-A-T-T, were pet forms of the name Walter, meaning powerful ruler. Meaning powerful ruler or ruler of the army. Ruler of the army. So who is the priceless ruler of the army who is worthy of praise? Who? Yahuwah Sabaoth. We saw in Isaiah 42 that we read earlier that he said, verse 13, Yahuwah shall go forth as a mighty man. He stirreth up jealousy like a man of war. He is the priceless ruler, man of war, ruler of armies who is worthy to be praised. Okay? So let's look at Yahuwah of armies and what he prophesied as the ruler of the army. Let's go to Isaiah 54, verses 1 to 9. Isaiah 54, verses 1 to 9. Sing, O barren. Now remember, all of the things here that we are coming with, these are things that have to do with the deliverance of Yasharal. This is what this is all about. The deliverance of his people. Okay? And if you're one of those who are saying it does not matter who you are, you have a serious thing coming. Because if you reject his people, I won't even go into that in this video. If you reject his people, if you forget Zion, if you forget these promises, the Most High says he will hand you over to the sword. But we won't look at it today. Okay? It is a crime before the Most High to reject your people. Because in order to please him, you have to remember the sins of your fathers. And if you don't remember the sins of your fathers, then the Most High looks at you as being just like the heathen. Anyway, sing, O barren, thou that didst not bear. Break forth into singing and cry out aloud, thou that didst not travail with child. For more are the children of the desolate than the children of the married wife, saith Yahuwah. Enlarge the place of thy tent, and let them stretch forth the curtains of thine habitations. Spare not, lengthen thy cords, and strengthen thy stakes. For thou shalt break forth on the right hand and on the left, and thy seed shall inherit the Gentiles. This is what's going to happen, people. And make the desolate cities to be inhabited. Right now, Jerusalem, the cities of Judah, the cities of Israel are desolate. Don't let them fool you. That place they call Israel, that is a lie. That is not the true place. The true Israel must be desolate, and the Most High will make the desolate cities to be inhabited. Anyway, fear not, for thou shalt not be ashamed, neither shall be thou confounded. For thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth, and shall not remember the reproach of thy widowhood any more. So our people trodden down, our people, the least on this earth, scorned, mocked, called different names, called all sorts of derogatory names, looked down upon, he says, thou shalt not be put to shame, for thou shalt forget the shame of thy youth. For thy maker is thine husband, Yahuwah of hosts is his name. Here we go with the armies. Thy maker is thine husband, Yahuwah Sabaoth is his name. That word here, this term here, of hosts, means Yahuwah of armies is his name. This is Antonio. His name, Walter, means powerful ruler or ruler of the army. Yahuwah of hosts, Yahuwah Sabaoth. So let's see what Yahuwah of hosts, Yahuwah of armies is saying. For thy maker is thine husband, Yahuwah of armies is his name. And thy redeemer, the set apart one of Yasharal, the allure of the whole earth shall he be called. Right now, he is the allure of Yasharal because he has given the earth into the hand of the wicked. When he makes his move, he will destroy the lot of the wicked, and he will be called allure of the whole earth, because the whole earth will have to bow down and serve him. The remnant of the earth, after he has launched his destruction, the whole earth has to be worshiping him. And he will tolerate in the millennial reign no one else coming up with any idols, because he's not an idol. All right? For Yahuwah hath called thee as a woman forsaken and grieved in spirit, and a wife of youth. When thou wast refused, saith thy allure. For a small moment have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. The 400-year captivity, this is what he's telling us. The 400 is just for a small moment, because as Peter said, 1,000 years is as a day with Yahuwah. So for a small moment, 400 years have I forsaken thee, but with great mercies will I gather thee. In a little wrath, I hid my face from thee for a moment. So in those 400 years, he hid his face from us and allowed us to be polluted, allowed us to be to serve our enemies and to worship their gods, the gods of Christianity that they gave us, Jesus Christ and God. He hid his face from us for a little while. But he says, but with everlasting kindness will I have mercy on thee, saith Yahuwah, thy Redeemer. And here he tells us, in the end, the Messiah had promised, let me go there, he had promised that in the end time that he returns, he says in Luke 17:26, when he is telling us about what is going to happen upon the earth when he returns, he says, and as it was in the days of Noah, so shall it be also in the days of the Son of Man. Now let's match this up again. The Most High is telling us right here in Isaiah 54 that verse 9, for this is as the waters of Noah unto me. There we go. Match up. We are at this time, people. For as I have sworn that the waters of Noah should no more go over the earth, so have I sworn that I would not be wroth with thee, nor rebuke thee. For the mountains shall depart, and the hills be removed. But my kindness shall not depart from thee, neither shall the covenant of my peace be removed, saith Yahuwah, that hath mercy upon thee. And mountains in prophecy refer to the great nations, like the United States, France, Great Britain, all those powerful countries. They are mountains, and the hills are the normal, the simple countries. Like Jamaica would be a hill. And The mountains shall depart and the hills be removed. That is when he pours out his wrath. He's going to destroy the nations of the world. Okay? So we see him using Antonio Watson to show what he is going to do in this earth, Yahuwah of armies, to represent himself, to highlight himself on this world. So we go now into the numbers. Numbers. 400 meters champion. 400 meters. Now, if you look at the Bible meaning of, let me go there. If you go to the Bible meaning
bidding to become the first
400.
British man to win a global 400 title
The Bible
for
meaning
99 years.
Of 400. The number 400, which is arrived at by multiplying 8 by 50. 8 by 50. 50 we know is a jubilee, one of the perfect numbers of the Most High. Multiply 8, and 8 is the number of new beginnings. If you multiply both, it derives its meaning in Scripture by being a divinely perfect period. That's why he had us in captivity for 400 years. It is a perfect period, the perfect period for our punishment. That's what it's for, a divinely perfect period for the punishment of the house of Judah. Okay? Because after making a covenant with Abraham, he revealed to him that his descendants would be afflicted in a foreign land for 400 years. Okay? The Eternal, after this period, promised to bring them back into the land of Canaan. By the way, I can tell you that, people might not understand nor believe this is another thing. You can check out our videos as to the true location of the land of Yasharal. And I can just tell you that we are back in the land of Canaan, waiting to be brought into Jerusalem. And it sounds silly, doesn't it? He uses the foolish things of the world to confound the wise. All right? So let's go to the book of Genesis, chapter 15, verse 13. Genesis 15. See, when people find out that what we are saying is the truth, it's going to be too late. The wicked would have launched, and the Most High would have launched this thing, and it will be too late. When they think it's peace and safety, then sudden destruction comes upon them like travail upon a woman with child, and they shall not escape. That's the word of Yahuwah. Genesis 15, verse 13. And he said unto Abram, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, lands like Jamaica, the United States, Great Britain, and wherever our people are scattered, Trinidad and Tobago, St. Kitts, Barbados, Costa Rica, Puerto Rico, Brazil, strangers in a land that is not theirs, and shall serve them, and they shall afflict them 400 years. And you might say, we are not being afflicted 400 years. You don't understand Babylon. We were in Egyptian captivity, and then we were brought into Babylonian captivity. Babylonian captivity is a deceptive captivity that makes you think that you're okay and you're just like everyone else, but that's another thing for another time. And verse 14, and also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge. This is Yahuwah of armies. He is going to judge the nation whom we shall serve. And it's one nation that we are serving. Wherever we are, wherever our people are, it is the nation of Edom. And also that nation whom they shall serve will I judge, and afterward shall they come out with great substance. Edom is the nation that has us in captivity. Edom are the leaders of this world. G7 nations, all those nations led by the children of Edom. They will be judged, and that is what the Most High is telling us, all right? So we looked at 400. So the 400-year captivity is what the 400 meters represents. So Watson won in 2023. Now let us just make this very clear. When the Most High is doing his thing, he does nothing without the number 7. If you understand biblical numerology, you understand that everything that he does, every prophetic word that he gives through numbers, reveals through numbers, he stamps the number 7 on it. It is the symbol, the seal of authenticity, the number 7. So 2023, the year 2023, 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals 7. 2 plus 2 plus 3 equals
the first British man
7.
to win a global 400 title.
All right, so what else do we have here? Number 7. It was last won by Bert Cameron in 1983. 1 plus 9 equals 10, plus 8 equals 18, plus 3 equals 21. 21 is 777. And we're also going to look at the number 21. 21 is number 7, and 21 is 2 plus 1, can also be the number 3, which conveys the meaning of completeness. Number 3 conveys the meaning. So in that year, 1983, we have several sets of understandings from it. The number 3 conveys the meaning of completeness, though to a lesser degree than the number 7. It appears 467 times in the Most High's word. It derives its symbolism from the fact that it is the first of 4 spiritually perfect numerals, the others being 7, 10, and 12. And the number 12 is going to be the highlight of what we're going to be looking at. The 3 righteous patriarchs before the flood were Abel, Enoch, and Noah. After the flood, there were the 3 righteous men, Abraham, Yitzchak, and Jacob. Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. And this prophecy, the deliverance, this whole world is based on the deliverance of their seed, the deliverance of their descendants, all right? Who you are looking at today, who many don't know themselves. Antonio Watson does not know that he is an Israelite. I hope someone might show him this video and let him see and wake him up as to who he is. He is an Israelite, a descendant of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Jacob. All right? So, numbers again. It was last won 40 years ago. 1983 was 40 years ago. Let's look at the meaning of the number 40. And we don't need to look far. How long were the children of Israel in the wilderness? 40 years. How long did it take Jamaica to win? How long was Jamaica in the wilderness of 400 meters world championship? 40 years. Let's go. The word 40 appears 158 times in the King James Version of the Bible. The number 40 generally symbolizes a period of testing, trial, or probation. It can also mean or symbolize a generation of man. So one generation of testing, trial, and probation. A generation, it tells us a time of when his word is being spoken. Will we listen to his word? And we know that there are many people who have been speaking his word and his truth and trying to reach his people for so many times during this time. And some have succeeded, some have not. Okay? When the Most High sent someone to tell me that you are the firstborn of Jacob, you are an Israelite, I rejected it, flat out rejected it for so long, probably maybe over a year. I rejected the notion, all right? And it was not until I accepted it, then certain wisdom and understanding started coming to me, certain foolishness. The wise of the world would call it foolishness. The foolishness of Allah started coming unto me. All right, so important that we accept who we are. Because of their sins after leaving Egypt, the Most High swore that the generation of Israelites who left Egyptian bondage would not enter their inheritance in Canaan. So it's a period. The period is coming to an end. The time is coming to an end when he will be beseeching his people to turn to him. Yes? At the end of the 40 years, the time is up. It's telling you that the time is running out for his people to turn to him. That's what he's telling you. He's going to act on the wicked. And if we are found among the wicked, let me go there and see. Isaiah 1, verse 25, thereabout. Isaiah 1, verse 25. Let's see when the time is up. 27. Zion shall be redeemed with judgment, and her converts with righteousness. So this is the period. The period of time is for his people to turn to him in righteousness so that they can be redeemed with judgment. All right? And the destruction of the transgressors and of the sinners shall be together, and they that forsake Yahuwah shall be consumed. There we go, people. That's what he's telling us. When we forsake him, we will be consumed. That is the period of probation, the importance and the significance of the 40 years.
To become
and so,
the first British man.
They could not enter. They were punished by wandering the wilderness for 40 years before a new generation was allowed to possess the promised land. And guess what? He promised the same thing, because he says those people who are delivered, they are going to replenish the land, and the sinners of his people will be punished. Okay? Now, significantly, the wilderness experience, when he told us about the wilderness, it is found in the book of Exodus. And the book of Exodus is the only one that contains 40 chapters. The only one that contains 40 chapters, and it is the book that tells us about the Exodus. All right? Okay, so we're done with the number 40. Next up is the winning times. Now, the winning time for Watson was 44.22 seconds. 4 plus 4 plus 2 plus 2 equals 12. Now, the Most High always confirms certain numbers. When he confirms certain numbers, it is for emphasis. The second place person clocked 44.31. 4 plus 4 equals 8 plus 3 equals 11 plus 1 equals 12. So we have double 12 in the times. The third place was 44.37, which is 4 plus 4 equals 8 plus 3 equals 11 plus 7 equals 18. We're going to look at 18 and see how the number 18 completes the story with the number 12. So we know that the Most High prophesied that he would launch his authority over the earth. And I didn't even look for prepare scriptures for that, but it might be for me to go. There are so many of them. I don't know which one I would go for. But anyway, his authority is over the earth, and we showed it. Thy husband is thy maker, Yahuwah of hosts. The allure of the whole earth shall he be called. And that shall he be called, there is the number 12. The allure of the whole earth shows his authority that he's going to stamp on the whole earth. So the number 12, the meaning of the number 12. The number 12 is one of the foundations of Scripture. The word 12, recorded 189 times in the King James translation, is found the most in 1 Chronicles 26 times, followed by Revelation 22 times. So Revelation tells you of what he'll be doing, setting up his authority in the end. The word 12 is found an additional 23 times. The meaning of 12 is that it symbolizes the Most High's power and authority, as well as serving as a perfect governmental foundation. It can also symbolize completeness or the nation of Yasharal or Israel as a whole. So he is telling you with the number 12, the 12 tribes of Israel, the 12 apostles, he's telling you with the number 12 here, these are my people. I am going to set up an authority with them. They are going to rule the world. This is what he's telling us today. His Messiah is going to return. He is going to set in motion the process for the return of the Messiah, and the world is going to weep and moan, because the Most High does not play. When he sets out to deal with his people, he says, I'm going to deliver you with what? A mighty hand and a stretched out arm. And in one place he says, and with fury poured out. It's not going to be easy. Which side are you on? You'll have to decide. Are you going to turn to the Most High? Or are you going to continue in the blindness, the drunkenness of Babylon? The word says, let me show you something very, very important. The word says in Jeremiah 51, starting at verse about 6, Jeremiah 51, let's start about 5. Let's show you what is happening to the world. Jeremiah 51, verse 5. For Yasharal, Israel hath not been forsaken, nor Yehuda or Judah of his Alua, of Yahuwah of hosts, of Yahuwah of armies. So it's telling you here, I have not forsaken you, my people. Though their land was filled with sin against the Holy One of Yasharal, though our people are so sinful, he's still not going to forsake us because he made a promise to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob that he has to carry through. He will not forsake us. And here is what he says. He says, flee out of the midst of Babylon and deliver every man his soul. We have to flee out of the system. Be not cut off in her iniquity, for this is the time of Yahuwah's vengeance. He will render unto her a recompense. Now hear this. Babylon hath been a golden cup in Yahuwah's hand that made all the earth drunken. The nations have drunken of the wine, therefore the nations are mad. This is what has happened to our people. Our people have been brought into Babylonian captivity, have become drunken, have become mad like the nations. Become mad like the nations. But what does he say? Come out of her, my people, because he is going to set up his perfect governmental authority upon this earth. So the number 12, perfect governmental foundation, it symbolizes the Most High's power and authority, completeness, and the nation of Yasharal. Okay? That is the number 12. We have something else about the number 12, and we're going to leave that for a little later as well. Another surprise about number 12. Another 2 surprises about the number 12. The number 12 is the heart of what we have here today. The Most High showing that he is going to set up his authority upon this earth. But we know what is going to take for that to happen. The world has to go through pain. The meaning of the number 18, because the third place winner is 44.37 seconds. Number 18. What is the meaning of number 18 and what does it have to do with the number 12? The significance of the number 18 in the Bible comes from its symbolic meaning for bondage. For bondage. And if you are like me and Antonia Watson here, we are the children of bondage. We are the children of the captivity, the children who were the descendants of our forefathers who were sent into captivity for our transgressions. Deuteronomy 28, verse 68. This is the bondage that the number 18 signifies. And Yahuwah shall bring thee into Egypt again with ships, by the way whereof I spake unto thee, thou shalt see it no more again. And there ye shall be sold unto your enemies, unto the Edomites. The British, we were sold to, the French, the Italians, all those people, Portuguese, Spanish, all of them, the children of Edom. And there you shall be sold unto your enemies for bondmen and bondwomen, and no man shall buy you. And if you don't understand this verse, for send thee into Egypt, those who are unaware will say, oh, it's literal Egypt. But if you go to the book of Exodus 20, verse 2, it tells you what Egypt actually is, because the law is spiritual, but I am carnal, sold under sin. So we have to look into the spiritual meaning. Exodus 20, verse 2, I am Yahuwah thy Alua, which hath brought thee out of the land of Egypt, out of the house of bondage. So Egypt is the house of bondage. So let's go back to Deuteronomy 28, 68. And Yahuwah shall bring thee into bondage, number 18, again with ships. Which people were brought into bondage with ships? The descendants of the transatlantic slave trade. No more profound. You might find some people, they were brought into slavery with ships, a shipload of people. We're talking about millions of people. Yahuwah, we were brought into bondage with ships, and we were sold unto our enemies, the children of Edom. The children of Edom, our enemies. And for that, let's go quickly. Lamentations 4, verses 21 to 22. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shall make thyself naked. This is Edom that had us in captivity. He is telling them that they too shall go into captivity. That is why it says in Revelation 13:10, he that leadeth into captivity shall go into captivity. That is what it's talking about. Lamentations 4:22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. This is us, children of Israel. He will no more carry thee away into captivity. This is the end of it. This is what the number 12 is telling you about. The end of our captivity. No more, not again. He will visit thine iniquity, O daughter of Edom. He will discover thy sins. Why did he mention Edom here? Because Edom were the ones who had us in captivity. So when he returns our captivity and takes us out, then Edom will be going into captivity. Okay, let's go back to the number 18. So the number 18 is bondage. After taking possession of the promised land, the children of Yahshua were in bondage to several nations and peoples before Shaul or Saul was made king. Two of their enemies, Eglon the Moabite king and the Philistines with the help of the people of Ammon, oppressed them for 18 years. The number 18, the number of bondage. Now, remember, last time Bert Cameron won was in 1983. 1983. And the meaning of 21, which is 1 plus 9 equals 10 plus 8 equals 18 plus 3 equals 21. So we looked at the meaning of 3 from that number, 2 plus 1. Now let's look at the meaning of 21. 21, the meaning of number 21 in the Bible is that it represents great wickedness of rebellion and sin. Great rebellion. And so that is why 1983 to now is 40 years. So the great rebellion and sin that has been upon the earth is being highlighted, that it is ending. 40 years is ending. So the time of the Most High being patient and waiting, he's telling you that time is coming to a close. Yes? Wow. Well, let's see. That time is, 51. I'll cut it short. All right, don't want to go too long. So, we're speaking about the number 12 now. Now, after I finished putting this thing together, then I saw someone else put up another caption. And I did not know that in the heats or whatever, he did a personal best. Antonio Watson did a personal best. And guess what time it was? 44.13. 4 plus 4 equals 8, plus 1 equals 9, plus 3 equals 12. People, you can't make this up. Yes? Those who are continue in ignorance and will continue to say, foolishness, coincidence. Huh? The things that were written with these captions are also very important. This caption that you see here, this picture here, the person wrote the caption above in the description, and he said, they are going to know about you very soon. They are going to know about you very soon. Guess what? The Most High used a similar approach. He used a very similar approach. And let me show you something. When he is prophesying, let me find one. Let's go to Ezekiel chapter 7, verse 4. Whenever the Most High is showing you of his judgment, he tells you that you will know that I am Yahuwah. Ezekiel 7, verse 9. Let's go to Ezekiel 7, verse 9. And mine eye shall not spare, neither will I have pity. I will recompense thee according to thy ways and thine abominations that are in the midst of thee, and ye shall know that I am Yahuwah that smiteth thee. What does the person say in the picture? They will know who you are very soon. When the Most High launches upon the earth, that is when they will know that he is Yahuwah. Okay? Let me see if he has anything here for the wicked. Yes. Ezekiel 13:21. Now this prophecy, we have a video on Ezekiel 13. This is the thing that they have people putting in their arm, the Most High is speaking about. Your kerchiefs also will I tear, and deliver my people out of your hand, and they shall be no more in your hand to be hunted. And ye shall know that I am Yahuwah. So when he delivers his people, the number 12, when he gives us the number 12, when he delivers in acts and delivers his people, and he delivers his people out of the hands of the enemy, out of the hands of the wicked, and we will no more be in their hands. That is when we shall know that I am Yahuwah. Okay? This thing is very deep, people. So if you look here, I had cut it out. You see here, they shall know you soon. But I can't find the original one because when I left Facebook and I went back to find it, I couldn't find it. Because it was after I left it, it appeared to me. What did he just say? They shall know you soon. But that is what Yahuwah is saying. Wow, wow, wow. And guess what? Number 12 again. This is not done with the number 12. The number 12 again. Now, guess what?
Smith,
people?
bidding to become the first British man to win a global 400 title for 99 years.
Jamaica,
well, look at Watson.
End up with in this championship? Let me guess. Let me guess. How many medals? It couldn't be. It couldn't be. It couldn't be. Jamaica, 12 medals. People, you can't make this thing up. All right? I am not making this thing up. This is the Most High speaking to the world. Jamaica finished with 12 medals. And if you notice here, I want you to look at this thing very carefully because Jamaica, look at the caption. What did this person say? Jamaica is a special little island. I'm telling you, the captions that these things come with, it is speaking, it is Most High speaking. He's telling you what we all know, that this little island is a special little island. Why? His people are there. The house of Judah are in this little island. House of Judah, the most prominent in the Jamaica and in Estados Unidos, the United States. Okay? If you look in the Testament of the Patriarchs, Judah is the athlete. Judah is the athlete, the sprinter. It's Judah. Wherever you want to see people from the tribe of Judah, fastest, most powerful athletes, Judah. And if you look at sprinting worldwide, 2 nations stand out with sprinting. The 2 sprinting powerhouses in the whole world, Jamaica and the United States. Now, let me show you something that Jamaica is a special little island, as we say. This is Jamaican patois. Little, it means little. Jamaica is a special little island. Let's look at just a little few statistics. Okay. USA is 860 times the size of Jamaica, yet with barely 2.4 times the medals. Jamaica is a special little place. The United States GDP is 25,462.7 billion, or 925 times the GDP of Jamaica at only 27.092 billion. Canada is 873 times the size of Jamaica. Yet Jamaica won twice the amount of medals as Canada. Look at this. I want you to look at this very carefully, because they place Jamaica fourth because they rank in terms of medal quality. So Canada and Spain beat these Edomite countries, beat Jamaica because of they had one more gold than Jamaica. But if you look at the quantity of medals, Jamaica has the second highest quantity of medals of any country in the world. I think it was about 200 countries that competed. Now, did you tell me that this is a special little island? A poor country, yes, made up of rejects, made up of people who give a lot of productive people, but also a lot of people who give trouble. A lot of people who keep killing one another. A lot of people who, by the way, match up perfectly with the curses of Deuteronomy 28. If you want to see Jamaica, just go to Deuteronomy 28. Okay? These are the children of Israel. His people are there. This is why, people, we are who we are. This is why we are so powerful. And I'm telling you something, that there is something about Jamaica, but there's also something about the parish of Trelawney. The parish of Trelawney has produced so many great athletes. I mean, in one Olympics, many of the most profound, the four athletes in the forefront were from this. What am I doing here? We're from this
bidding to become
parish.
The first British man to win a
That's
global
the parish where I'm
400
from.
title
Usain
for
Bolt
99
is
years.
from the
Look at Watson.
parish of Trelawney.
Hudson
And
Smith
if we are
is
going to
tying
match
up.
it up,
Can he hang on?
Usain Bolt and Watson, they would live a distance between, if you go in a straight line from Sherwood Content to Refuge, it would be probably about 8 miles in a straight line. Very, very close. All right? And there's something about this parish and about these people, of course. These are the children of Israel, and in the parish of Trelawney, where these athletes are from, was where the slaves landed. Most of the slaves landed in Jamaica. So that is why the Most High is highlighting this parish. The port of Falmouth was one of, you can look it up, one of the slave ports in which many of the slaves came in. I think it was the number one port in Jamaica at one time when sugar was king, when the slaves were coming in. So I guess most of the slaves would have come in at this port from where these young men were born. Okay, so let us finish with the promise of the Most High to show you the prophecies of the Most High. Let's go to the Bible. Let's go to the book of Isaiah, chapter 30, verse 18. Let the Most High speak to us as to what is happening and to what is coming. Let us look and listen to the love song, the love stories from the Most High that he has for his people, the deliverance of his people. Isaiah 30, verse 18. And therefore will Yahuwah wait, that he may be gracious unto you. And therefore will he be exalted, that he may have mercy upon you. For Yahuwah is an allure of judgment. Barak are all they that wait for him. Are you waiting for him? Because he will be gracious unto you. He will be gracious. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Hey! This is what we are waiting for. This is why we are here in the land of Africa. All right? Told us where to go. And we are looking to be brought into Zion. Oh, some may say it's foolish, we are going to see. Some may say it's foolish. For the people shall dwell in Zion at Jerusalem. Thou shalt weep no more. He will be very gracious unto thee at the voice of thy cry. When he shall hear it, he will answer thee. Okay? So, when the problems and the troubles come upon this world, and we reach to the point if we have to cry out to him, he says he will hear us and he will answer us. And though Yahuwah give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner anymore, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. Before the very end, people, he's going to raise up teachers unto his people. He's going to raise up teachers who are going to show his people the way to go. This is what is happening before our very eyes, but most of us cannot see it. And though Yahuwah give you the bread of adversity and the water of affliction, yet shall not thy teachers be removed into a corner any more, but thine eyes shall see thy teachers. And thine ears shall hear a word behind thee, saying, This is the way, walk ye in it, when ye turn to the right hand and when ye turn to the left. This is what his teachers are doing. They are saying, this is the awakening, this is the truth. Stop walking in the lies. This is the way that you should go. And this is what people like myself are actually doing to people, showing people the way that they should go. It's not by our own accord. The Most High is telling you, this is what he will do. He will raise up people, teachers, to do this in the end. Ye shall defile also the covering of thy graven images of silver, and the ornament of thy molten images of gold. Thou shalt cast them away as a menstruous cloth. Thou shalt say unto it, Get thee hence. These idols, of course, even jewelry, can be idols, molten images. And I've seen people discard these molten images in these last days. Then shall he give thee the rain of thy seed, that thou shalt sow the ground withal, and the bread of the increase of the earth, and it shall be fat and plenteous. In that day shall thy cattle feed in large pastures. Look at the splendid promises. The oxen likewise and the young asses that ear the ground shall eat clean provender, which hath been winnowed with the shovel and with the fan. And there shall be upon every high mountain, and upon every high hill, rivers and streams of waters in the day of the great slaughter, when the towers fall. Remember, when we looked at Bert Cameron, we looked at his name. Cameron meaning crooked river, crooked streams. This is it that it is matching up with. Verse 26. Moreover, the light of the moon shall be as the light of the sun, and the light of the sun shall be sevenfold as the light of 7 days, in the day that Yahuwah bindeth up the breach of his people and healeth the stroke of his wound. This is what's going to happen, people, when he's going to deliver his people. This is what the number 12 is all about. This is what this 400 meters is being highlighted as. He's going to bind up the breach of his people. Yahuwah of armies is going to come out and strike the nations and bind up the breaches of his people. Behold, the name of Yahuwah cometh from far, burning with his anger, and the burden thereof is heavy. His lips are full of indignation, and his tongue as a devouring fire. Number 12. And his breath as an overflowing stream shall reach to the midst of the neck, to sift the nations with the sieve of vanity. And there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. This is what's going to happen in this end time. He's sieving them with the sieve of vanity. People are going to be asked to choose between vanity and the Most High. And this is what happened with this thing that they put in people's arms. This is what we're trying to tell people. Oh, I have to take it because I have to work. I have to take it because, are you going to feed me? Are you going to this? The sieve of vanity. I have to take it because I have to travel. The sieve of vanity. And there shall be a bridle in the jaws of the people, causing them to err. So if we do not turn to the Most High with all our hearts, he will cause us to err. He will cause us to err. Because if we don't want to choose the truth, he will make us believe a lie. And that is what's going to happen on the earth. If you're hearing this message, turn to Yahuwah Sabaoth. Give up on this world. Because his word says in 1 John 2:15, what does his word say? In 1 John 2:15. What does it say? What does it say? Love not the world, neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him. For all that is in the world, the lust of the flesh, and the lust of the eye, and the pride of life is not of the Father, but is of the world. And the world passeth away, and the lust thereof, but he that doeth the will of Allah abideth forever. This is the time of this choice. He is going to sift the world with the sieve of vanity. Are you going to be one of those who love the world? Are you going to be one of those who turn to the Most High to do his will? That is a question for us today.
Hudson Smith.
Okay? So this is what we want to say. It would be so nice if someone
for 99 years.
could give this video to Antonio. All right? One of those persons who are in Trelawney who might know him. Give this video to him. All right? He is an Israelite, most likely from the tribe of Yahudah, from the tribe of Judah. As the Most High said in his word, when it was asked, who shall go first? Judah shall go first, was the answer from the Most High, because Judah is praise. And what does Antonio mean? Let's go back to the meaning of Antonio. What does it mean? It means worthy of praise. No doubt this young man is from the tribe of Judah. He has to know, and then he has to know that he has to turn to the Most High. You, all of us who are listening to this, we have to turn to the Most High. When the Most High makes his move, when he makes his move, whatever state we are in, that is how we will be judged. As he said in the book of Revelation, he told us in the book of Revelation 22:11. Let me put it on the screen. Very important. Whenever he makes his move, he says this: he that is unjust, let him be unjust still. And he which is filthy, let him be filthy still. And he that is righteous, let him be righteous still. And he that is set apart, let him be set apart still. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man according as his works shall
Hudson
be.
Smith.
What are we going to do? Are we going to repent and turn to the Most High in righteousness? Or are we going to be found unrighteous or unholy still? All right, this is a prophecy from the Most High. Prophecy from the Most High to the world, to his people. Okay? And by the way, if you look at the number in the background, look where I stopped the thing. He was born on the 11th of September. Yes? 6 plus 3 equals 9, September 9. 9 plus 2 equals 11. You can't make these things up. That's how the Most High works. I didn't do it. I just stopped it there and then I noticed it. That's how it goes with numbers. All right? Because the word says, predestinated according to to the purpose of him who has called us out of darkness into his marvelous light. When we are predestinated, he just uses us to do his will. I can't do anything about it. That's just the way it is. All right? So please share this video. Very serious word, very serious warning that is coming upon the earth. The 400-year captivity is up. 40 years of wandering in the wilderness is up. The Most High is going to launch to bring his people into his land. What are you going to do? Turn to the Most High. You can check out justaword.org for our teachings that will wake you up as to the word and the will and the truth of the scriptures of the Most High. We have several different portals. We have our website, justaword.org, for textual teachings, precept upon precept upon precept, line upon line upon line, here a little, there a little. We have our 24/7 online radio, jawradio.org, jawradio.org. And we have justaword.tv, where we have all our videos. And we have our podcast. If you prefer to listen podcast, Jaw Podcast, JAWPODCAST.com. And we call that the Bible Truth Revealed Podcast. All right? So check us out. Justaword.org, and it will take you to our different websites. All right? So to all the children of Yasharal out there, turn to the Most High. Know who you are. The promises are for you. The Most High is here to deliver us. We have been held captive in our 400-year captivity. The place where you are scattered, it is not your home. Jamaica is not your home. United States is not your home. Trinidad is not your home. Great Britain is not your home. You might have acquired properties, wealth, it is not your home. The Most High is going to destroy what is existing currently. He says Babylon has fallen, and he's going to make Babylon heaps. What you have is going to be destroyed. All right? If you want peace, safety, and deliverance, you have to give up on Babylon and turn to the Most High. And let me leave you with Revelation 18:4, where he tells us in Revelation, starting at verse 1. Let me leave you with the book of Revelation 18, the final warning. And after these things, I saw another angel come down from heaven, having great power, and the earth was lightened with his splendor. And he cried mightily with a strong voice, saying, Babylon the Great is fallen, and is become the habitation of devils, and the hold of every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean and hateful bird. This is why you have to leave. Babylon has been polluted with spirits. All the evil that you see happening in this world, it is not happening by chance, because we war not with flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of darkness of this world. It is because the Babylon itself, has been filled with devils and every foul spirit, and the cage of every unclean bird. And this is why, for all nations have drunk of the wine of the wrath of her fornication, and the kings of the earth have committed fornication with her, and the merchants of the earth are waxed rich through the abundance of her delicacies. And I heard another voice from heaven saying, Come out of her, my people. Come out of her, my people, that ye be not partakers of her sins. As long as you stay in there, you will be partaking of her sins. And if you stay in there and partake of her sins, and that you receive not of her plagues, you will receive of her plagues. If you don't come out of her, you will be partakers of her sins, and you will receive of her plagues. All the destruction that is slated for Babylon, for the wicked, you will be partakers of it. All right? So this is Kazak Eliyahu Joshua. Thank you all for watching and listening. And until next time, Shalom.
Watson Smith is tying up. Can he hang on? The Jamaican